Video.
Hello,
Camera
everybody.
mode. Notification volume.
What's up,
0%.
man? Well, I saw some. Oh, oops. I saw some comments there, and I wanted to go ahead and hit you up about those comments real quickly. Someone actually said, "Why are you covering the passive radiators up on the top of my center channel there?" I'm not. So it may look like it because the front of it is pretty close to that top board, but I'm not. There is actually breathing space back there, just to clarify that, so that you know. Also, thanks to the commenter who said, "Hey, great demo. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and yeah, I really like these myself, and I understand the want to go with maybe the 1.Rs. They're smaller, and for a smaller space, well, they might suit you a little better, to be honest with you. The bass I've never had very far up in here because the room is just too small. But I enjoy their performance. I really do. These are just amazing, amazing speakers. The Triton references here. I love them. And Golden Ear, as you know, a speaker manufacturer, is really great. I've been following them, pardon me, since they opened, and I think they're great. And you know, I enjoy these speakers. I really do. I think they're phenomenal. The finish is great, and the sound is just so open. The imaging is just holographic. It's really beautiful and open. Very nice. Could the imaging be better? Probably with a better amp. You know, I'm just working with my receiver down there. My Marantz SR8012, and you know, it works really great with them. I have to say the musicality is really fantastic. They're open, they're clean. They certainly, as a side note, show off the capability and drawbacks of your amplification system. They're very, very open to a fault, transparent to a fault, I guess. So would I say it can get better? Of course it can, and you know, that's part of upgrading and you know, striving for more and better, and so that's exactly what I intend to do. But I thought I'd throw this video out there real quickly and just address those couple of comments I saw in there thus far, and tell you thank you, because I enjoy making the content for you, and I will continue doing that as often as I can. And you know, I'm not a big reviewer. I don't get sample pieces in from companies to review. This is a purchase that I personally made. And it's a little different than being able to just, you know, oh yeah, these are, you know, and I mean, I objectively look at them, because honestly, I could have returned them, you know, so let's put that out there, if I thought they were anything less than what I expected. And they were not. They fulfilled my dreams, and they work great. They work excellent as subwoofers. They work excellent as speakers. They work excellent as everything in between. They're great. So they really produce even, amazing, open, transparent audio, no matter what you're doing. For movies, the bass is fantastic, man. I'm telling you. I mean, you know, action movies and things, gunshots are just boo, boo. You know, you feel it in your chest, and it rattles your feet, and it's really phenomenal. So, you know, they're great. At that 1800 watts driving all those bass drivers, man, you really feel it. And I've enjoyed them for any application, 2-channel stereo or home theater. They work amazingly. I also have some immersion sets from Pink Floyd, and other people are coming out with these, so it's not just Pink Floyd that's doing them. But they've taken a lot of quadraphonic information and turned it into surround, or just taken, you know, whatever music and turned it into surround sound. And the neat thing there is that you really get to hear this in a whole different way. And this is phenomenal for things like that too, and I really enjoy it. And so they have been great. And to the commenter, yeah, you know, it's all about preference. It's all about what you feel is best for your environment. Could I certainly have gone with the 1.Rs? Yeah, you know, absolutely.
Syncing mail.
I wanted best possible bass response that I could get, and the best of the best, I guess, if you will. And so I mean, they are kind of big for my environment, you know. And I'll show you something here because this is important. So I want to point it out. I'm gonna wander over here, and forgive the shaky cam here, but I'm just gonna show you something. Okay, now here's the entryway to my room. I'm blind, so I shuffle around a lot, so forgive me. And here's my speaker sitting here, okay? Now, as you can see, this is fairly close to my couch, okay? There you go. That's my couch. This is where my light switch is, you know, my front entryway here. That's a narrow fit, okay? So that's another part of looking into your home theater. You know, what is this going to do the best for your environment? These are obviously not the best for this environment, but I don't intend to be in this environment for very long, just to throw it out there, okay? But as you can see, I have had to pull these out from the wall in order to stop cross-talking with the wall a lot, because I moved these up against the wall, and I can't so much as turn the bass knob up at all, very much, because they're really getting a lot of wall, you know, wall reverb. You know, the wall is becoming a speaker, and that's not what you want. So, you know, you have to take things like that into account. And I'll come over here and, you know, so you can see my other area here. And here's the other speaker. And as you can see, there's a pretty good gap there, you know, around the speaker here. And I'll walk this way, and you can see my modem on the little table there, and stuff here. And I got little, like, bass trap, homemade bass trap things, and they're kind of funky. But anyway, so you can see there, that is a ridiculous gap between there and the wall. And if I don't do that, it just does a lot of room gaining, you know, a lot of wall gain off that wall there. So not wall reverb or whatever I was saying before. Gain is what I was looking for. I get ridiculous gain in a certain area. And a matter of fact, I do anyway in here, no matter what I do. So I've had to find ways of balancing that out. And it's not easy. It's not simple to get that eliminated. And that's just another part of home theater. You know how that goes. I'm sure all of you have dealt with that. But I just wanted to point it out because you know what? The 1.Rs probably would have suited would have suited this room far better. I really do believe that. You know, they are a little bit smaller in stature here. You know, you got to figure, here's me at, you know, 6 foot tall. I can just, you know, reach out to the top of this thing. You know, I mean, you know, okay, if I'm going to hold this out straight in front of me, that's about right in front of my face. So you can still see the speaker there in a little bit. Well, no, I guess you can't, but still. Yeah, I mean, it's right to my chin, okay? This is an 82-inch LCD screen sitting here on a stand there, a pretty healthy size stand tall-wise, okay? And as you can see, I mean, right, they're big. That's another concern, environmental concern. Is this too much for your space? Yeah, these are a bit much for my space. I love them. I won't trade them in for nothing. I'm not selling them to nobody. Okay, they're mine. But it is a concern. So to that end, I say, hey, you know what? If that's what suits your environment best, I don't think the difference between these and that are going to be enough for you to actually care one way or another. In a smaller space like this, I probably wouldn't even notice because I can't turn the bass up on these even to halfway. Right? So I support that. I think 100% if you can go with the 1.Rs and they work for you, then sweet, kudos. You know, honestly, if that is what works, do it and enjoy the fact that you spend $1,000 less. Because man, that is a source of you go, I could have spent $1,000 less. You know, so it's a good thing to mention. So thank you for the comments, and I will keep addressing them as they come in. Thank you very much. And you know, like I said, with the center speaker too, just to readdress that. Okay, I'm gonna come over here for a second because I know what that looks like in these videos. Okay. But the speaker also, I want to point out. Okay, up here there is a bit of a gap. Okay, between there and there. As you can see, it's probably a good 1/4 inch gap. Okay, but also from the front to the back, there's a pretty significant slant because as you can see, I've got this down here. I can stick my hand under there. The speaker's actually pointing up in the air. So the back of here is actually much less high than the front is. So just to point that out, you know, I'm really not stifling those. I'm not stifling the passive radiators, and of course I'm aware that they exist and that they're there. So you know, I'm doing my best to respect those. I'll be honest with you, I'd much rather have that speaker up here on top and have this TV wall mounted, but because I don't have that option at this point, it's not something I have done. So, but still, you know, I realize that and I recognize it, and you know, it probably would be better. I would probably get a little less. I do get a little bit of a almost box gain effect on certain things coming from the center. It's not very bad at all, I have to say, being a, you know, a cabinet made of the kind of HDF, MDF, whatever material. I would expect for that to kind of rock and roll a lot more, and it doesn't. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. So anyway, yeah, there we go. So thank you for your comments, and thank you for viewing, and I will talk at you later. Thank you so much.